Magnolia virginiana, the Sweetbay Magnolia. This is the multi-stem deciduous form. It's growing in a clump. This is a very old plant. Notice the height and width. I'd say half this size would be more typical of what you would see around. See the light gray smooth bark and the multi-stem sort of suckering character. This is the evergreen form of Magnolia virginiana, or the Sweetbay Magnolia. The leaves are the same on the evergreen or the deciduous forms. They're shiny green on top. They're about 6 to 8 inches long usually. And shiny green on top, and the bottoms are covered with a whitish bloom, powdery bloom. Different individuals have differing amounts of that silvery underside. The leaves are alternately arranged, staggered that means, on the branches. The evergreen form is generally more tree-like, rarely multi-stemmed. You can see this is a pretty tall, straight tree with a more or less central leader. The bark is light gray, relatively smooth, as you can see here. This is the bud on Magnolia virginiana. It's the same on either the deciduous or the evergreen form. The bud is quite large. It's about an inch or so long, 3/4 of an inch. It is covered with one single big scale like a cap, and it's pointed, and it also has downy fuzz on it. The leaves are 6 to 8 inches long in general, and they're pretty much the same, whether it be an evergreen or deciduous form. They're shiny green on top, and the bottom has covered with a whitish bloom. Some individuals have more of that whitish bloom on the bottom than others do. This is a deciduous form of the Sweetbay Magnolia. As you see, it has no leaves. But got the same buds, fuzzy. This is the flower of Magnolia virginiana. They usually bloom in May and June. Flowers about 3 to 4 inches across and very sweetly scented like lemon. Perfume fills the air when they're blooming. Following the flower, there's a cone-like structure. It's actually an aggregate of follicles. And in the fall, late summer, when it splits open, the individual sections split open, revealing these bright red seeds inside. The tree itself says either multi-stemmed form or single stem. The multi-stem kind can get maybe 20 feet tall, whereas the single stem ones tend to grow taller, and they're generally, like I said earlier, evergreen.